So Gaffer, a very mixed week this week. Of course, Saturday, a very below par performance in the defeat against Worthing. But Tuesday night, team dug in, team showed their fighting qualities in a hard-fought 2-1 victory against a very stubborn Chippenham town.
Yeah, it was nice to get that result, of course, after I think you only call it a bit of a debacle. And if you don't quite turn up your team and you're coming up against a team that is a good team at this level, then you're going to come unstuck. But at least, you know, the supporters that came, as I said after the game, it was great that we was able to show them that we can play a game where we don't get carved open, sort of thing, you know, which was the problem on the Saturday. And when you don't take your chances or you give the ball away, the opposition are going to show their strengths. But yeah, Saturday was nice. It was a good performance because we was a bit more patient. We kept the ball a little bit longer, and we created, you know, several chances compared to theirs. You know, our stats were very much in our favour. So, you know, we mustn't rest on our laurels. We've had a bit of a lesson on the Saturday that, you know, players can't think that at this level it's going to be easy, because it'd be easier if you play your game and you get your game going and you work hard. And I don't think anyone can accuse us of not working hard. It was just on the day it didn't happen for us. So, but we put it right on the Tuesday, so that was good.
You moved from the wing-back system to a 4-4-2 on Tuesday night.
Yeah, don't tell anyone, huh?
Allowing you to bring in Ross Marshall and Dan Martin for their first starts of the season. Yeah. How pleasing was them to settle straight into that? And how pleasing was it just to see that tactic and that change around work so well?
Well, first of all, when players come back from long term, it's like two new signings. You know, we now need. I mean, Asa's struggling now. We now need Asa back. We got to wait for him. We got to wait for Mox. We got to wait for Kevin Dawson. You know, and there's three experienced players. You get back Marsh, you get back Dan Martin. I thought both of them were fantastic on the day, considering they gave everything. They went beyond the call of duty, as it were, and both finished up with cramp. But they both finished having played very, very well for an hour and 15 minutes or whatever it was. So, I mean, Ross's goal was fantastic. You know, it was something that he does in training sometimes. Before his eye operation, he would miss the header. But you know, we're happy that he feels confident enough to get in there. And it was an unbelievable header and an unbelievable goal. Great cross from Stobbsy. And we hit some great crosses on the day. I was unfortunate a few times. And we need to say that Dan Martin also had a real proper solid game, and you know, got plaudits from the supporters. He's got that very aggressive, quick game that he plays, and you know, he's a good player for us. So we're pleased to get him back, and pleased for him, because it's been a long time for him, a long time.
As you say, can't rest on our laurels. Moving on to this Saturday, playing St Albans City, finalists in the National League South playoff last season before being beaten by Oxford City. So once again, another tough game upcoming for your side.
Yeah, it will be, and that's how we got to treat it, and we got to respect it. The manager, David Noble, was a big player for me at Bristol City, so he knows me, I know him, and he really was a top player. He was our Glenn Hoddle at the time. You know, he had all the skills, and he probably never told that to his team because he'd be embarrassed. But so I'm telling his team now, if they're watching, that he was a top player, and got success, of course, between us. So it was good, and he will. You know, he'll have them ready. He'll have them organised. He'll want to beat me, even though we're friends. Do you know what I mean? He want because he worked with me for a few years, but yeah, we got to be. They had a good last-minute win. You know, we watched them on the streaming on Wednesday. So we'll, we've had a look at them, and they're dangerous. Of course, they won that game 2-1, and they've got some dangerous players and a system that Nobes plays that you have to be aware of.